सहजात्म स्वरूप परम गुरु परम कृपालु देव Srimad Rajchandra's unique unprecedented creation Sri Atma Siddhi Shastra. This is the result of he attaining highest experience of self and supreme self enlightenment. His powers and prowess of exposition are unparalleled. This is an invaluable pearl of poetic composition. 128 years ago, this day on the eve of Ashwin, Krishna Paksha, Pratipada, first day of dark lunar fortnight of Ashwin month, Vikram Samant 1952, Atma Siddhi was composed in historical Nadia city of Gujarat state in Hindustan, India. Outwardly, he was an ordinary simple householder. His exterior was not imposing, but he had a serenity and gravity all of his own. Only a 28 years old young man with education of only 2 classes in a small village school of Vamania in Morvi, Gujarat. 2 other classes he studied at home on his own. It's just formal to say. In fact, he was born poet, born astrologer, born pandit, born orator, person born with picture memory, born wise, matured, learned man, prodigy with astonishing wisdom and philosophical and spiritual acumen of a saint yogi of crores of births of yesteryears. During this birth lifespan of only 33 years and 5 months, there has not been systematic study of Sanskrit Prakrit, no learning of grammar, not visiting Kashi or shrines etc. to learn scriptures. Everything was studied and imbibed in previous birth. What was left to read and learn during this birth? In this work of Atma Siddhi in verse, compiled in 1.5 hours only, the essence of the 14 Purvas of Jain spirituality without turning head upwards, without looking up and around, without looking here and there, without looking at any scriptures or books, was written in a non-stop fluid form. This is an example of lucid delivery rarely heard, seen, or read after Lord Mahavir. Agamvani, knowledge of omniscience, words wiped away the soul and came out on its own as stanzas in a single sitting. The wits of Tirthankara's, Lord Jineswara's heart, came out in words in this invaluable Atma Siddhi. This type of writing in this Kali-yuga, the age of darkness, the age of vice and misery, the age of quarrel and hypocrisy, is something which is surprising. This is nothing but miracle as it appears, the result of purity of soul. What was the main purpose of this writing? The nature of this evil calamity prevalent today was already heard thoroughly from the Lord Mahavir during previous birth, and that is why Sri Guru Raj, Jindraj was born for the spiritual, moral upliftment of the world, for the self-preservation of the world. The plight here was seen and known in person, just exactly as Lord Mahavir had narrated then. In this present age, only aim is materialistic achievement and bodily happiness. It was difficult to even think about and take care of the soul. The way to salvation was a distant thing. In this degrading age, with self-guiding whim religiously, shadowed by a period of utter darkness, moksha marg, the way of salvation mostly unknown, some selfish people started exploiting and taking disadvantage of the situation. Some people are stuck in only karma. Some people are stuck in dry knowledge gained from books. How they can achieve the path of salvation? Param Kripalu Dev saw this pitiful condition and enlightened the path of eternal peace and bliss. Mercifully, as the benevolent pathfinder of this age, with absolute selflessness, he cleared the thorny path for the orphaned soul only out of gratuitous compassion. What is true happiness? Savi Jeev Karu Shashandrasi. Let all be well informed about the true path of everlasting bliss. Atma Siddhi was composed with this idea only. It is surprising that as the author of this extraordinary work, he has not even written his name. The determination had been that the people will have to leave the traditional path of religion. He explained the true path of salvation, Atma-dharma. Atma-pravad, 26 crore verses narrating question and answers between Lord Mahavir and 11 great learned seers, Gandhara, and each one of them had hundreds of students under them. Essence of this exhaustive discussion is contained in this book of 142 stanzas only. It's an ocean in a drop. According to Prabhu Sri Ji, Sri Loguraj Maharaj, the great Jain saint, 14 years elder to Param Kripal Dev, each word of Atma Siddhi Shastra is an attainment sentence for miraculous achievement spiritually. There are 35 gains of speech of Tirthankaras. Of these, 13 number gain is to make any difficult subject easy. 28th gain is keeping the original truth as it is, not leaving it a bit, making the deserving person understand the truth. Similarly, in Atma Siddhi, the question of invalidating any sect, caste or creed does not arise. At the same time, the insistence of truth is also perfect till very end. Delusion doesn't arise by reading and thinking about Atma Siddhi Shastra. If one reads scriptures, then the seeker many a times gets confused. In fact, here, confusion of any sort is thoroughly cleared off. Self-realization can be attained by understanding this Atma Siddhi. Self-introspection can readily happen. It is impossible to write all this without the knowledge of previous birth. Atma Siddhi is the spiritual Magna Carta for self-realization. It is an unprecedented treatise containing only 142 stanzas, wherein it is explained clearly that the soul is an independent substance, eternal, the doer and the consumer of karma, and salvation and the means thereof also clearly exist. Here, the characteristics of the dogmatist and true self-seeker, the characteristics of the righteous path of religion, which is freedom from anger, passion, hatred, ignorance, and the zeal of materialistic life. If one learns this all from a learned person, eternal salvation is handy, a stone throw distance, and without this all, it is impossible even to glance at it. In this Atma Siddhi, the path of eternal bliss is summarized in a nutshell, without caste, creed, or sect. Any disciplined and obedient true seeker can achieve and attain liberation anytime, anywhere, under any prevalent circumstances, if he so desires. With complete self-control, even in most non-congenial atmosphere, with great persuasive powers, with his inspiring presence, which remains unique till today, even those who approach him in a defiant and combative mind frame return at the end quite humiliated and full of admiration for this superhuman prodigy. As real self I never knew, so suffered I eternal pain. I bow to him, my master true, who pricked and broke eternal chain. Innumerable salutation to the lotus-like feet of the all-knower, who always remains unembodied while living in the life of an embodied soul. I often bow to him who lives, though in body, above it, Sri Raj, Sahajatma Swarup, Param Guru.